The bezel has the micro screws. There's 3 different size screws. The big head screws are for the bigger back holes. Simply just take the screws off of the back of the TV, pull off the lower. Now remember, you've got the power button cable to disconnect. Make sure you have like a, what is it, a number 1 Phillips for the small screws at the bezel. And push down pretty good because you don't want to strip these out. Got it. After you pull off the back of the TV, go ahead and find this cable right here. It's the IR cable, and go ahead and remove that. Like so. Disconnecting it from the bezel. At this point, you can go ahead and pop up the bezel backing plate. Come around to the top bezel backing plate and remove that. To remove the top, you're going to have to get a small flathead screwdriver, and you can pop it in there, and that'll release the tabs all the way down, and that will release. You're gonna have to get the speakers out of the way next. I got 2 speakers, and this is the bottom side. To disconnect the speakers, you have a black and white cable going to the speakers. Trace that back to the board. You'll see how that's grouped together with the red and black. That's going to the other speaker. And you'll just go ahead and pull that out of the board, like so. Don't damage it. And that is your disconnection for your speakers. Next, you have these rubber stoppers for the speakers. You're just gonna go ahead and pluck those out of the hole. Like so. That it detaches it. Do the same thing for the other speaker. After you remove the speakers, you're going to find these clamps. Should be 4 of them on the bottom side of the TV. Go ahead and take those off. Remember to take lots of pictures along the way of the screws for the locations. So when you put it back together, you know which screws to grab. Now this particular screw at these clamps are very small. Disconnect the 2 ribbon cables. Here you have to get this ribbon disconnected. So you're just gonna go ahead and either get a small screwdriver or get your nail under there and pull that up. See how that flips like that? And then release that tape. The ribbon just pulls right out of there. So you gotta do that for both of those and disconnect that. Then you're gonna go ahead and take them and disconnect them from the clips here. They'll just pull right out all the way down. So go ahead and flip it back over and remove the bezel. If you remove the outer bezel cover, you gotta remove these screws that are holding the frame together. A couple here and there. The outer bezel frame has about 10 screws in it. The top comes off, and then the bottom and the sides still stay attached, and they'll release as one piece. And there's no screws on the bottom part of that. Now it's time to get the front screen pulled off. And the professionals have suction cups. You just stick 2 suction cups on this side and 2 suction cups on that side. So you need 2 people for this part if it's a 70-inch. And then you would pull up this screen right here. But because I'm not a professional, I don't have those suction cups. Maybe I got one. Let's see what we can find. Oh, I think she's got a suction cup. Wait. Don't scratch nothing. So we're going to use this suction cup grab bar, safety grab bar. That'll at least get one suction on it so we can get our hands on there. Okay, so apparently you really need those suction cups because I just broke this outer glass on mine. But the deal is you got to get a couple suction cups on this side to pull it up and a couple suction cups on that side to pull it up. So 2 people pull that up Get that out of the way, put it someplace safe. Then you come right back here and start popping out these couple of layers, and then you're almost there. So you got, what do we got? 1, 2, you got 2 layers, and then you're there. You can start seeing the lights that need to be replaced. You're gonna have to pop this out right here also. Be very careful pulling all this apart. You gotta put it all back together the same way. And then when it gets to the lights, you're just gonna unplug that right there. There's about 16 sets on this, or 8 sets. You double them up and swap out the lights, and then just put it all back together. But in this case, I'm gonna be taking the parts out of it. I broke my TV.